Hi, I'm Phil Ollie and welcome to today's Daily Phil live stream video to help you get set for a great day ahead. And it's Friday already, end of a week. What I noticed many years ago, and it continues to be something that bugs me a little bit, is I notice how many people, regardless of their role in life, go into a weekend not fully finished up with loads of stuff hanging over, feeling like they can't relax for the weekend because they've got so many things that are left undone and not fully prepared for next week. So they go into this kind of so-so zone of never having really finished anything and never really being fully prepared. So it means that the weekend isn't relaxing enough. It means they can't recharge and they don't come in fresh on Monday to restart. And that's whether you run your own business, whether you're self-employed and work alone, or whether you're part of a larger organization, particularly leaders and managers in larger organizations. So maybe about 30 years ago, in fact, it is over 30 years ago, I adopted something called the self-organization session, an SOS, partly because it's a real help. And the idea of the SOS, the self-organization session, is on a Friday, I finish up the week properly and I prepare the next week. And it means that you can go into the weekend relaxed, on top of everything, feeling in control, and you can recharge properly. And then on Monday, you come back in fully ready to move forward, to be proactive. Now, and knowing also what you want to achieve that week. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of the self-organization session this time. I think I may have even covered it in a previous video, or certainly will in the future. But I want to cover the final element of the self-organization, which is your self-coaching. This is where you reflect on your own performance and results in the week. Now, there are three parts to the formula for a good self-coaching session. I encourage people to have about 20 minutes or half an hour for this. You could do it in 10 minutes even sometimes. But to sit down in your favorite armchair with a notebook and write down the answer to several questions. The first element is to ask yourself, what was the best thing that happened this week? And that's a specific outcome. What was the champagne moment of the week? And celebrate that a little bit and write it down. The second element is, what were the highlights and wins of the week? Now, this can be in all areas of life. You could write down that you had a fantastic lunch or dinner with a long lost friend and you just caught up and someone you hadn't seen for years and it was just great to see them again. It could be that you received a phone call from one of your children. Now, that would be the day, wouldn't it? It could also be, however, elements of your business life, specific tangible results like making sales, getting new clients, for example, making presentations that were successful, finishing reports that have been hanging over for a while, all of that sort of stuff, really proactive things that are tangible and results driven. So your highlights and wins from all areas of your life. And the final thing to look at, so we've done the best thing, your champagne moment, we've done other highlights and wins, specific and tangible. And the final thing to look at is the lessons of the week. What did I learn? What went well? What can I learn from that? What didn't go so well? And what can I learn from that? And how can I improve and do better in the weeks to come? Because if we don't do this, there is no sense of real growth. We go into the so-so zone. We go into well, that was not a bad week, an okay week. What we want is to create that sense of real, genuine, observable, tangible, and specific growth. And I think it's important that you do this every week, because what it does is it sends a signal to yourself that you're looking for improvement. And the unconscious mind then starts to go to work on that. It starts to look for opportunities to improve. It starts to look for opportunities to create results. And so you build momentum week on week. Like I say, we want to keep out of that okay zone. We want life's too short for an okay week. It's certainly too short for an okay day. Don't settle for those okays. Don't settle for being okay. Your life, your business, your career, your achievements, your fulfillments, your happiness, all a matter of choice. And you have the opportunity, this one chance, to make your choice. And part of that is about looking for constant improvement and growth. And yes, celebrating the wins and successes, and also being prepared for what comes next. Have a great day today. Set up a self-organization session. Certainly set up an opportunity to analyze how well you've done this week, a bit of self-coaching. and write it down so that you can go into the weekend feeling fully refreshed. You can feel on top of things. You can have a refreshing and relaxing weekend where you really recharge, and you come back in on Monday ready to get started again. And I look forward to seeing you then. Have a great weekend.